this part anyway. So this is Alyssa. She's also a clarinet player. She plays trumpet in
campus band.
13th
chair.
Yeah, representing.
Yes, I'm great.
But this was her first time playing French horn. So, Alyssa, what we're going to start with is, first we're going to start with just how to hold the horn, because it's a little different, than a trumpet or a clarinet.
Yes.
So we already placed, assembling it is easy, we put the mouthpiece inside the lead pipe, just don't jam it in there so we can get it out. So our left hand, this horn, both of our horns have this little loop right here. Put it inside. I know on trumpet we kept it outside.
Oh, yeah.
But for this you want to keep it there, just to have some support. And your these 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3, are gonna go on this key. Is good. Try to keep like a curved C shape. You don't want straight fingers, and you don't want super curved fingers. So
like this, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly okay. So you're just gonna use your fingertips, your pads, and good. That looks good. Okay. And yeah, naturally your thumb press the trigger. This is what allows you to switch between F and B flat horn. Which we'll get into a little more later. So yeah, that's your left hand. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Let me check you out there.
Left hand.
Yeah, looking good. Okay. The only thing I would say is just make sure this is on your the pad of your finger.
Okay.
Whatever feels natural, but no, we don't want to cause any finger injury. Sure, that looks good.
I'm just because on my wrist is, I don't know what to do with my right hand yet, so.
Well, let me tell you.
Maybe that'll help with balancing it.
So with your right hand, we're kind of going to do a queen wave, okay? So you're going to cup your hand slightly, and with your thumb kind of pointing out like that. Good. And then turn it, so yeah, good. Make sure your fingers are all together. Good, and just have a little slide. Yeah. That looks pretty good.
Okay.
Now, what's going to happen is, in the horn, imagine the bell of the horn is like a clock, so if you have 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it's going to kind of rest between 3 and 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And a lot of people think you really need to jam your hand in really far into the horn. You actually don't. It just kind of rests on the outside, so, it's inside, but you just don't go in too far.
Okay.
Because the point is, you don't want to block the air.
Mm-hmm.
There's still an opening.
Right.
You see.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come around and check.
Okay. Why do you have your hand in the bow?
It helps with intonation because if you don't have your hand, if you have it into it's kind of weird. If you push it in too far, it goes.
I'm not trying to
goes,
you.
No, it's okay. It goes either flat or sharp. You have it out, it goes flat, something like that. So, intonation. Good. I would push it in a little bit more. Yeah, good. Just remember, some people really want to curve their fingers in.
Okay.
But then that creates a wall of sound, or a wall that blocks the sound.
So I don't want to be touching the opposite side of the bell.
Right. Yeah.
Just
Good.
kind of chilling in there.
Yeah, just chilling.
All right.
Hanging out.
All right.
So, now actually holding, the entire horn, you have 2 options. Okay, you have the on the leg method and the off the leg method. So, off the leg method is, both have pros and cons. Off the leg will make sure that you're holding, the goal is to have the horn come to you. You don't want to go to the horn. It's pretty much the same for most instruments. So if you're holding it off the leg, then you make sure that you're at the right angle. It gets a little heavy though. So I personally use the on the leg method so that, my arms don't die. What's tricky about this though, sometimes if you're too tall, you have to lean forward to the horn. So, yeah, so, what you can do is, you can do that. What you can do is, play around with different positions of your right leg. You can, lift it up. You don't have to have
bad posture that way, though.
Well, it's okay to,
Well, if I have good posture in my back, actually, it's, fine.
Yeah.
If I sit up straight.
Yeah, so put,
is this good? So the mouthpiece is
Yeah.
like coming here. to my
Yeah, that
mouth.
looks pretty good.
Okay.
So just make sure, you know, that you're, you know, I'll check periodically to make sure you're not like doing like the caveman thing, you know, like where you're like coming to it, you know, just, yeah. So just, you know, make it come to you.
Okay.
Now, does anything feel like awkward or weird or anything?
It feels okay. I mean,
Okay.
it's like different. Since
Right.
I'm not a horn player.
Right.
Not Dale Clevenger.
Um,
I've met him, but I
True story.
am not him.
you have a
but-
CD signed by him, right?
I do indeed.
Yeah, and then, you know, your back, obviously, you know, you don't have to be like, stick straight, yes. But, you know, we don't want to slouch, so. Okay, so show me your ready position.
Yes,
Hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I would bring the horn, like, even a little more, like, up to you, like, and it can be adjusted with,
Okay.
like, also, you know, like, changing the,
Okay, so I can like move my foot out because I had my foot like
Yeah,
tucked under
yeah.
your chin. Okay.
yeah, that looks pretty good. Now, let me take out your hand and tell me what your hand is doing. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so now, we're gonna make our embouchure.
All right.
Yeah, pretty exciting. So, we're gonna use the umpa method.
Like polka music, like
Something like that. So, I want you to say and now, like, while keeping your corners firm, you're gonna say pa. Pa. Pa.
pa.
Yeah.
It's like this is staying.
Yeah. It's gonna be similar to your trumpet embouchure, just, you know, obviously we have a smaller mouthpiece, so we're gonna adjust for that.
Yeah.
So, take your mouthpiece out of your horn and say pa,
Pa.
and then put the mouthpiece where you kind of naturally think it would go. Yep, that looks pretty good. Generally, you kind of have like more of the upper lip and less of the lower lip in the mouthpiece. So,
Okay.
but I think in trumpet it's sometimes the other way around. Depends.
It depends. On
I
the person,
think
guess.
generally like so this is more like top lip stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
but you look pretty good.